85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
You're listening to Steal This Idea, the only podcast that's been to infinity and beyond.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant. No, Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Well, someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal This Idea.
I think we're going to do a podcast.
I feel like I've got a lot more energy than you, to be honest.
Well, I have 2 times as many kids as you do.
No, I know. I'm not hating at all. I'm just
once I get.
I'm just saying, Scott, get your ass.
Also, you did just crank open a 300 milligram bag.
Yeah, no, I'm here to play. Like,
I feel like you're gonna go home and you've got some.
I've got
some Dota in the works.
One big project I got to do today.
Nice. 3, 2, 1. Hello again, thieves. We're back. I got to amp up the energy. Andre called me out for.
I did. I said, Scott, get your head in the game.
Being a little stale, so I am amping it up. Andre has an energy drink to help him.
Yes, I'm thriving. And also, it's a night cast.
It's a night cast.
Here, it's like 9 o'clock. So it always feels a little different when we do it at night.
Yeah, I had to go on a work trip to San Antonio. Never been to Texas. Have you been to Texas?
I've been to Texas a lot, actually. I love Texas, actually. I would move. Offer me a job in Texas and I'm there. Just kidding. A lot of my coworkers, I guess I wouldn't do that, but I love Texas.
I met up with a high school friend, kind of a childhood high school friend who lives there, and he was kind of talking about, oh, like this is great. We lived here. It's so cheap. Da, da, da. And I was like, oh, I could maybe. San Antonio Austin seems nice.
Totally.
I mean, I wasn't there in the summer, so maybe.
I'm sure it's hot, but it's hot here too.
That's true.
It's not exactly cool weather here.
I will say this: if you were to say, Scott, where is the Alamo? I would have been like, it's in Texas, and surely it's
wouldn't have known.
It's out in a field somewhere. And
it's like in
like the heart of the downtown
metro area. Yeah.
I was like walking to dinner, and the gal was
with the Alamo.
No, she was like, hey, there's the Alamo there. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, it's just right there, right next to the H&M. I was like, this is so weird.
This is nutty.
Anyway,
so Texas, good idea, bad idea?
Texas, I think so far,
good idea.
Good idea. The Uber driver, by the way, I've never been in an F-150 for my Uber. Usually,
weird. This has happened to me a couple of times too, and it's like this feels weird.
Yeah, it's like almost always a Prius or like a Cruise,
something fuel efficient. Yeah, if you're smart.
And I messaged the guy. He's like, "Whoa, buddy, we're in Texas. This is
normal here.
This is the Texas Army here. yeah, everyone is Ubering in like F-250. It's like
that's
big
classic.
Yeah. Anyway, that. But yeah, he was super nice. He said San Antonio is the best place in Texas, according to him.
There you go.
That's been the only place I can gauge it from, but it seemed lovely. We got a good show planned for everyone.
We got a good idea, bad idea.
Got some good idea, bad ideas. He's worked out a really good idea, so he claims.
It is a really good idea. I'm excited to share it.
And I've got an idea. We're going to try something, kind of the third act, kind of a workshop. I am stealing this idea from someone else. And I was like, that's almost a good idea. And so I'm thinking with our collective geniuses, we can make it a great idea. And it also is kind of like an idea that someone else has pitched on this show before. So I think
love it. Love a little callback.
There's a little callback here.
Yeah.
But let's jump right into good idea, bad idea.
So first I have a show and tell.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm stopping to get my energy drink. I'm ready to do the podcast. And I saw something and I am never in a candy mood. Like I haven't been in a candy mood in a really long time.
I hope this is the James Harden.
I was sour. That would be different. Was craving something sweet, which is not normal, and saw something that I had never seen before at a gas station.
More like a savory guy.
Yes, definitely. And what it is it's Gushers.
What on earth?
But you can buy them at the gas station.
Wow.
Which tell me that isn't kind of a no-brainer, but it's definitely new. This definitely did not exist.
I've never seen this. And here's what's funny.
Crazy.
So I recently, at work, I bought a bunch of candy.
And everybody snacks. Saw those and was like, Gushers?
and I bought Gushers on Amazon. I bought like 2 big boxes. And I was like, oh, we'll just kind of sprinkle this in with everything else. And like easily, without even like by a huge margin, the Gushers were like the most popular thing far and away.
Yeah. The people would see this box under Scott's desk and like their eyes would lock on. Yeah. Like they were just obsessed.
Anyway, Yeah.
Great idea.
That's a
selling
great idea.
gushers at the gas station in these like little to go things is a genius idea.
That is a good idea because it's a little bit bigger than a Gushers
Mm-hmm.
packet. I would also take like a packet of 4 in like the original fruit snack size, but like
and a little guy.
but that I'm looking
Good
at
idea.
those with
I will say I'm having
jealous
taste
envy.
test. I'm having the super sour berry, not sour at all.
Yeah.
That's my
I-
feedback.
Okay. Those look really good. I'm a little jealous. I was reading, although I would say be wary eating on a podcast because apparently it's like top
Really?
2 things that people, it's like chewing sounds on a podcast. It's like they will just turn it right off if they hear people chewing on a podcast. Allegedly.
I will edit it out.
Yeah, surely Post will just pull that right out.
Isn't there like a filter for gusher eating? I don't think that was so bad.
No, I think you're fine. Listening to the levels here.
I promise I won't finish the bag. I just wanted to taste them. All right.
Yeah, good idea. My first one here, somebody posted this. So I had this ready to go. We're going to do this Indiegogo here. This is the world's smallest printer.
Oh, I've seen little videos of this.
PrinCube. So it looks like it's funded. It is a printer that is the size of a...
Small.
Yeah.
It's the palm of your hand.
Yeah,
easily.
it's handheld. They show you like holding 3 fingers and like sliding it across the paper, like you would do a highlighter or something like that. If it prints as well as the video looks, like it seems pretty cool. My only worry is like how much could you actually get of this thing?
Not a lot. So I think I've seen this. These videos are like viral on Facebook and Instagram where basically they take the device, they just like seamlessly swipe their hands over something and it
Yes.
prints right onto it.
Like, oh, look how easy that was.
And it's mesmerizing.
It
Totally.
is.
Here's the thing is I think I could you name one thing that you might use this on right now?
Well,
in your
so
life?
I'm watching the video here. So he puts
Yeah, you're watching the video for ideas. But in a world where you were just like, I have a problem, I need to solve it, what would you use it for?
Yeah. So I mean because here's the thing, it's like he slides it on a t-shirt, like a white tee.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant. Like they have whole t-shirt machine printing presses that are like complicated. So that's got to be trash on a t-shirt.
I think best case scenario washes right out.
Yeah, oh, totally.
Right. There's no way.
There's no way that's staying.
Yeah.
He then does like a letterhead, which I think, if you were to put some sort of like I could imagine.
Letterhead makes the least sense. You're already throwing that in the printer anyway.
Well, if you were, yeah, that's true. If you were doing maybe like a wedding invitations, that's something usually doing by hand anyway. It sucks.
Yeah.
But if you just put like, you just like put your return address or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like there's something maybe there. He does one on the back of a MacBook, like prints a Pac-Man, like colored Pac-Man eating his little things on the.
That's gonna wipe right off. I just don't think that there's any way they developed a printer that can print on any surface, cotton and wood and aluminum,
metal, leather,
and it just stays. There's no way.
phone case. Would you put it on your phone case?
No, because it's gonna smudge. I think the only case I might give this to is I have friends that are really big in journaling who might use this as like an alternative to like washi tape and just like use it to add little like floral accents to the top or to print a heading on each page. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I should link this video. It's so funny because one, like it's a pretty slick video, but the guy in it, he's like, it's clear he's a bartender because he's just like flipping this thing around, and he's like, just pulls that out of his pocket like it's so convenient. Like it's not that small where it's like the size of like a phone. Like
You wouldn't put it in your pocket.
no,
Definitely not.
yeah, it's the size of like 3 packs of cards put together. Like it's hefty, or like the base of a MacBook charger.
Definitely. I'm going to go with technology is cool.
There's a use
if it
case out
works.
there, but I think this is one of those things you're like, yeah, I bought it, and it literally never gets used.
No, because you can't even think of a way to use it.
Yeah, almost a good idea.
Almost.
PrinCube. All right, you got a bunch here.
I do. Let's start with offensive crayons. So this one I've actually talked to several people about who sent this to me to talk to about on the podcast. And essentially it's what it sounds like. They custom print crayons basically with like goofy names on the side.
Gosh.
It's hard because I don't really want to say very many of them, but it's like there's a green crayon that says insufferable vegan green. There's a yellow crayon that says something gross, and there's basically
this one says miscarriage maroon.
exactly. Like I'm trying to avoid reading any of the crayons because they are offensive, and this is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
But basically, that's the long and short of it. I think the reason that I wanted to bring it on the podcast because on face it's like clearly a novelty gift idea.
$8, $8.50.
But I think what I am maybe. Yeah, it's definitely just novelty.
The best part of this website is that so they're all $8.50, but one of them, the original, it says originally priced $10,000 with a strike through it,
which really is a reminder about how senseless original prices are on these websites. Yeah. And I think I basically obviously I don't know, like these novelty gift ideas are hard to place. Good idea, bad idea. Like we had the potato thing, we had the gift card that shoots confetti. Like we've had a couple of these like things that are clearly not meant for everyday use. So it's like, how do you gauge?
Who is the receptor of this? Because like the potato or some of these things, I get it. It's like a funny it sits on your desk, but like if someone sent me crayons, like I would have to be like if you're a teacher, like a really surly teacher,
you have to be a really bad teacher.
Somebody who like has crayons. But then you're my kid, so that's a problem.
I think
like where are crayons? Who's using crayons?
Maybe like this might be a funny favor at a bachelorette party.
Yeah, maybe so.
Or something you give to like your best friend who's exceptionally raunchy.
It's just, I guess my problem is that crayons are so it's such a childhood thing.
Yeah.
Like I have crayons, and like if I'm going to color something, it's not with crayons, it's with markers or colored pencils. That's because I'm an adult. I'm not going to go.
If I'm going to color something, no way am I going for crayons.
Yeah, but if I'm coloring something with my child, I'll pull out the crayons because it's
And
so that's what's weird about this.
Available.
Yeah,
I would say look it up if you're the kind of person that thinks that these kinds of things are funny.
I'm gonna counter offensive crayons with something better.
Yes.
Offensive fortune cookies.
Love.
So I think, especially if a restaurant did it unbeknownst to you, where you got your fortune cookie and it was just said like you're adopted, or just like you're probably gonna die on the way home tonight. It would be so funny. It's kind of like the Taco Bell packets, like when that was like the original. They're kind of like a little bit out there. This is just that next version. Like I would buy
definitely
offensive.
It would be funny because you could use them. So obviously one angle is restaurant supply, like maybe something funny there. But another angle is just like it's a practical joke.
Yeah.
That you personally
It's like, hey, I got some fortune cookies. And it's like, oh, this,
this says I'm going to die.
Your wife is sleeping with your best friend or whatever. Yeah. You have an STD. Like,
no.
So offensive fortune cookies, I would say it's a better idea than
offensive crayons.
Yep.
Let's go to my Amazon link. So this is a product that already exists, but I want to talk about it. And it's also an old product. So this came up for me, and we'll see if anybody in the audience remembers. Maybe Scott does, maybe he doesn't.
Is this Doodle Bear?
Doodle Bear. Do you remember Doodle Bear? So in about the mid-2000s, there was a really popular commercial that ran for Doodle Bear. And essentially what it is it's a teddy bear that you can like draw on with washable markers. And then you throw it in the washing machine and it washes it and it comes out clean. I think Doodle Bear has fallen out of the public consciousness. So like if you would go on Amazon.
You're saying resurgence.
So this came up in a BuzzFeed article and they were like, these are the products you forgot from the 2000s.
Got it.
And I read every single one of these articles because I am obsessed with
slave to BuzzFeed.
Easily.
And nostalgia.
Yes. And I think that Doodle Bear is ready for a comeback. Like I kind of think that if you remarketed this product again, that you could sell like 1 billion of these.
So would you do it? Would you lean into current popular kind of Minecraft, Fortnite, just a new IP, or would you lean back into it's a teddy bear only?
I don't. How would you incorporate new IP into it?
I mean, if it's
I guess if you
a Minecraft Steve or whatever,
it's a washable creeper.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I think something there for sure. It's for sure.
It's another way for them to push.
Yes,
it's not just a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a terrible idea.
Doodle Bear.
I would not sure I'd buy it. I mean, the thought of giving. So I gave my son markers for the first time. He's 2.5. On the inside of diaper boxes, some of them now have like color. You can
Oh.
You can doodle him, which is like clever.
Yeah.
And we kind of opened it up, and he just drew all over his face and all the things. It was like bad idea.
Giving Scott's kid markers, bad idea.
Bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Also, in the same vein, we were at Chick-fil-A, and the toy in the kids menu or the kids
Has like crayons.
it's like a little cow that you color on, and the same idea. You can just like wash it off and then like,
That's
recolor.
evil. Why would they even put that in a kid's toy?
What do you mean? That's a great toy.
Well, except for the fact that it arms every child with
Not a marker.
not a marker.
Crayons.
A crayon. Okay.
Again, children.
So then you get where I'm coming from with this then.
yeah,
This is the same exact concept.
Yeah, but crayons very different than markers.
Yeah. I think Doodle Bear. Here's the thing. Maybe you don't even do any new IP. You don't just relaunch. Maybe you lean hard into 2000s nostalgia.
They kind of did because like I think they relaunched the Furbies at one point. Like Furbies were a
I
thing,
think that did come back recently.
and they kind of relaunched
Same thing. Talk to the guys that did that.
If
and just do it.
that was successful, because here's the other thing. I was at Target and they had it was like a nostalgia wall. And it was like because you get like a stretch Armstrong. This is like old toys, you know, and like Rock'em Sock'em obviously like they've had that,
Yeah.
but like stuff like that, you're like, oh, I didn't make you get this. It's
Totally.
kind of this like retro.
That's what I'm talking about.
It fit well.
Doodle
in that.
Bear, ready for a comeback.
Ready for a comeback. Okay, all right, not the worst idea. All right, this one here, I saw this and I still don't know exactly what it is.
Where do you find these stupid brain products?
This is the stuff that gets pitched to me. So this is called Apollo, and the header here says adapting to life's volatility, powered by your 86 billion neurons. And here's what's annoying about this: it says Apollo is releasing a limited number of memberships for pre-sale. Like it's
As if there's somehow a limit to how many.
And as it goes down, naturally powerful, clinically validated, not just an app, not just a device. Apollo's a wearable experience powered by you. It's just like it's not telling me what this is.
I know. You
I
know
have to
when you
scroll
don't
down
feel-
so far.
Yeah, no, it's a very confusing website, and it looks like it's basically like a Fitbit type situation.
So it's what I was able to gather is what it does is like you choose. So if I want to energize and focus, if I want to like be social, if I want to relax, if I want to be mindful, if I want to be calm, it like has some sort of vibration pattern that somehow allegedly equalizes you or something.
No, I'm going to say right now that so the headline on the website is naturally powerful, clinically validated. I'm going to say right now they got with the legal counsel and they were like, can we say clinically proven? And they're like, no. I think
clinically validated?
I think we can do clinically validated. Clinicians have validated that the product does do what it is advertised to do.
What is it advertised to do?
No
one knows.
Exactly. I think definitely bad idea.
Helps you wake up refreshed. Filters out distractions by bringing your body and mind into rhythm. There is no way that this thing works.
Do you think that? So it says 3 day. I think what's so funny about this is one thing that kind of got me hooked on this was all this language about how it's powered by you, like self-powered. And I kind of was like, oh, like does it charge itself like when you walk or something? Like that might be kind of interesting if this was a wearable device that you didn't have to charge.
Oh man, I'd be into that.
That would be really interesting, even if all it did was like some basic functions.
Yeah.
But no, it has a 3-day battery life, so I'm pretty sure that it doesn't charge itself.
Have we talked about my desire for the perfect smart band on this podcast?
No.
So this is what I want. I totally get the idea of like wanting to disconnect from your phone. Right. And the smartwatches are like a good step in the right direction, but also kind of not because you're always looking at it. You're always dismissing it. Like it's still a screen. And there's the battery problem. Like the best ones last a day. I mean, you can get a Fitbit, which lasts a week maybe.
But it doesn't have
anything.
It does basically nothing.
So what I want is the equivalent of a Livestrong bracelet, right? That's mostly battery, right? So it lasts like a month. And what it is it's programmed on a series of vibrations that like one vibration is a certain, I assign basically a Morse code to all the different notifications in my phone. So like if it's beeping a certain amount, I know someone's calling it, texting, slacking, emailing, whatever. And I just learned that naturally. And so now I still can get alerted of like, oh, someone's calling me. I got to run my phone, but I can feel confident like walking away from my device. and I don't have to charge it every day.
Yeah.
So it's super minimal. Like you wouldn't even know it's a smart band.
Yeah.
But I think something like that like gives you a taste of like, oh, like I need to know if I'm getting a Slack, because if I'm getting a Slack, that might mean something really important.
Yeah.
I can't get on the Fitbit.
Yeah.
All notifications are lumped the same. Or I'm stuck with the smartwatch.
Why are we talking about this? This should have been saved for a big idea.
Yeah, maybe so.
For sure, because I'm super into this idea. I think that Fitbit can do some of the things that you're talking about.
Yeah, sure.
But what I like is, one, I want to program my own situation.
That's a big part of it.
I want to be able to pick what even does anything, right?
Yes.
And two, what would be awesome is if it was like a bracelet that looked, I'm always like trying to get to stainless steel or silver or something like that.
Sure.
And it was just completely unrecognizable, because one thing I feel is, so I recently have started using my Apple Watch again after not using it for like over a year, because like I'm going to the gym and it's this whole thing. So
he's got an image to put out there.
Exactly. And I feel that so much, like the screen problem, just like, it's another thing to just look at.
And like it does pull you in, if you don't think it does.
Yeah.
Like this idea of like looking down at your watch is kind of rude. There's no way around it. You know, like we've become more acceptable of it, but like there's no way around it when someone just slaps their wrist.
It's annoying.
It's annoying.
It's annoying for me. Like I don't even want to be there.
And so if I knew, I'm getting a call from my wife, I've programmed a certain, vibration cadence.
That means I need to actually look at
I got to get my phone. But if it's like, it's just another email,
Totally.
I don't care.
Let that go. Good idea.
I think that's a good idea.
It's a really good idea.
Especially if it lasts like a month or a long time.
Yeah.
Super into it. Let's do one more of yours, and then I think we can.
Let's do herohealth.com. So there are a couple.
Herohealth.com.
It's a great one. There are a couple different products that do this now.
It's like a juice press.
It's a pill dispenser. It's way less cool than a juice press. It's a pill dispenser. So there are a couple products that do this now that basically like dispense your pills for you and tell you if you
Why is it
taken
so
them
big?
or not. It's huge, right? Like it's like for the family with 900 different pills that need to be taken each day.
This is for like a family of polygamists in their 90s.
All right, Jed, step up for your pills.
Seriously.
So I think that basically what I want to get your thoughts on are this phenomenon of like pill dispensers in the home that shoot out six pills, your multivitamin and your daily and all this different stuff for Timmy and for everybody in your family.
Thinking about it right now. I'm stewing on it. I hate the way this device looks. Like it looks
like a new appliance.
It looks like a freaking coffee maker.
And my parents like really trained me on like counter footprint. Like, I seem to recall my parents being really against stuff on the counter.
Oh yeah, my wife would never stand for this.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly.
Like, can we hide this away? And then that defeats the purpose, right? Like, because I do appreciate the idea of like, I gotta grab my vitamins. There's a thing, it's blinking. I put my hand over and it kicks out some fish oil and some this and some that. Like, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
One, refilling it with the right vitamins seems like a headache. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like I'd almost rather one of those pill shipping things where it's just like like a packet of pills.
That's so wasteful. That's the part I can't get past with that. But maybe they make like biodegradable packaging now. But I like that idea more.
I can see why this exists, but
we're building up to something. I'm just to let you know.
Yeah, I just have a hard time because who was I talking to the other day? We were kind of discussing. There was some article about like the living old and how like we probably shouldn't try to extend our life as long as we are extending it. Yeah, because the last 15 to 20 years of our life are like not good years. With the strain on society, there's like all these negatives. So it's like if you just accept that you're going to die when you're 80, you'll live a much better, more fulfilling life.
Definitely.
No, I don't want to chat with you, Hero.
So here's the kicker on Hero. So this is the part that I can't get over with, and this is why I brought it to the podcast, which is, so Hero, you can't buy the device. So it's $100 initiation fee and then $30 a month, which puts the dispenser on lease. So you don't own it. You are leasing it for $30 a month.
Just indefinitely?
Plus the $100 fee up front. And then with that, you get like the app, the dispenser, and a delivery, like a prescription pill delivery and 24/7 support. which I can't bear. I cannot bear this concept of like, we're going to trap you into a recurring payment for this thing that sits on your counter. You can't buy it from us. You have to lease it from us. Why? Why can't I just buy the thing?
Also, what type of... This is not a complicated... If this was one of those... I've seen like that machine that's like, hey, this can fold your laundry for you. And it's huge. And it's like, I'll lease that.
Yes.
Sure.
That looks like a... That's going to cost me.
That's going to cost me.
This looks like a Keurig.
Yeah, it does.
So why?
And like, what's in here. It's like, it's a rotating thing that just like...
Yes.
A chute comes down. Like, this would not be hard to make.
Yes. It's that they want to put... Everybody wants to put you on a recurring revenue model.
They make it big to seem like it's more complicated than it is.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that does.
Bad idea. It kills the whole thing for me. But instead, go get one of like Pill Pack, where they just put you a guy that you just take out. It's so much better.
Oh, and the app. How convenient.
I know.
One more app.
An app.
Gosh.
It's just funny like how society is so, at least, I don't know, maybe it's society, maybe it's just this podcast, is flipping so the other way from like, there's an app for that culture to another freaking app to control something.
This makes me think maybe this is another, a good idea that I'm wasting here, but imagine a service that is, and I'm sure this exists to some degree, but if some platform could somehow carve it out in the public mind, so like this is a warehouse for all of these, let's say like a Smart Things app, but for like something like that, anything health related at all would fit into this one app that like it's an integration with this app.
Salesforce, but
for all the like,
yeah,
I'd be much more into that.
I know.
And it's like integrates with Smart App, whatever.
And basically, like all of us are only using, there's maybe a couple competitors in this world, the way that they're competitors with Salesforce.
Totally.
But you're using a couple of these like hub apps.
Yes, because
they're interfacing with a bunch of different services.
Because the Hero app, I'm sorry, this is not a complicated app. This was made in India. This is made with a 4-person dev team. Like this could fit on a larger platform that uses a unified
that plugs
system
into all the other health data that you have.
Yeah.
Somebody should figure that out.
Somebody should figure that out.
Yeah.
Getting everyone to buy in, that's the hard thing. But if you got Strava and you got like
even if you just started with health.
Yeah.
And said the Health Hub app that pulls in data from all these different sources and just models it for you. Yeah. And you control it off from there.
That's an idea. Speaking of ideas, Andre, I think it's time.
It's time
for the big idea.
Please click the link to the slide deck.
I sent Andre a video to this. There's this audio thing for podcasters where you can have multi-tracks and you can track everything, and there's kind of buttons almost like you're a DJ. And so what most podcasters do is put like an intro, but all of them are preloaded with sound effects. So it's like,
I know.
And you better believe that at least 4 of them would be the air horn.
But you do such a good verbal air
That's
horn.
true.
It seems like such a waste.
And I would probably abuse it, and our listeners would stop listening because I abuse it too much.
All of a sudden, we turn into like a cheap DJ station.
Andre and Scott in the morning.
Oh yeah! Honestly, that's kind of what I'm going for.
That's my last podcast. What's on Okay, I'm in it. Otto.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. I've criticized Scott a couple times now for bringing so many
just a couple times
child-based ideas to the podcast because he has children and I don't have children. So to get back at him, I'm bringing my cat idea to the podcast.
I am not a pet person.
Yeah,
touche.
No, so I have,
but I did grow up with cats. I had 2 cats growing up.
Oh, so I
had Liberty.
And
Tux.
The other one.
No, I barely remember Liberty, but Tux.
Those are cute names.
Yes. Tux was a cute cat when it was a kitten and very, very mean because I was in junior high and I'm sure I did not take care of the cat in a reciprocal way. So
anyway, so cats. So I
love this slide deck, by the way.
It's very cute. It's very fun. I love my cats. I feel like every dollar invested in my cat's livelihoods. 2 cats. Yep. Don't tell my landlord because I only have one. But essentially,
Is it one of your cats a rescue?
yes. Are you going to let me get to
sorry.
the idea? So basically, I used to feed them this really expensive wet cat food. And
Like a
what
Fancy
happened?
Feast? Is that
So Fancy Feast is really cheap. And then there's like 18 levels between Fancy Feast and what I fed them at the time.
So in my ignorant,
Yes, exactly.
it had the word fancy in it, so I assumed
like this must be
top
fancy.
shelf cat food.
Exactly. So I used to feed them wet cat food, but wet cat food was just so hard to manage from a lifestyle perspective because if they didn't eat it all, then I found that they just weren't willing to eat a whole can in the morning and in the evening. They needed like a can like throughout the day. So I was wasting a lot of wet cat food. And then if you go out of town even for a day, it's like wet cat food poses all of these challenges where dry food, you just leave a huge bowl out and you're fine. So I've been stewing on this idea.
So
about,
if you leave wet, so if I open up a tuna can full of not Fancy Feast, but the actual Fancy Feast,
nice cat food,
and cat eats it, and then normally
Gives up.
do you pick it up and then like?
so I mean, it's gonna dry out and then become disgusting in like an hour.
So once it dries out, it's like it's done.
Yeah, I mean, the cat might eat it, but it doesn't seem healthy, and it's just trash. Like, there's no repackaging situation. So I've been thinking about this for a long time, which is that if you feed your cat dry food, you can set up like the same thing you might for a dog, like a dry food dispenser.
Right.
And I mean, I really shouldn't limit this just to cat food. I just am thinking of it that way. But any wet food really is kind of where I'm headed with this. So I came up with this idea, and I'm calling it Otto, OTTO. And some of my kind of pitch is wet cat food is pretty hot right now. Like if you're in the pet space, you know this, which is like I get ads all the time for like healthy gourmet.
Dry food sucks. Wet food great.
Yeah, well, or just generally like that you can get a better healthy formula for your pets by going wet because they're able to process like fresh food and less preservatives and all these different things. And we know that basically that like this healthier food is really, really hot right now. And also that pet spending is like a hot topic in VC communities. Like everybody's talking about how much Americans like to spend on pets. So we're kind of like seeing, I think, points align where people want to spend money on good food. They want this like healthy, natural, like real food for their pets. And they want to spend money on their pets. But also we live in a culture of like convenience, and wet food is the opposite of convenient because you have to be there to feed your pet. And there's no such thing as a wet food dispenser. Like there's no automated.
So
a lot of research has gone into this. So if you go to slide 5, this is the only thing that exists that does it now. And it doesn't really do it. And it offers like a little refrigerated compartment.
This looks fake.
And it's not even, yeah, exactly. It isn't even really real. So you put wet food in there and then it like keeps it moist for the cat or the dog or whatever the case might be.
Automatic pet feeder. So like, does it kick open?
Yeah. But you still have to put wet food in there. Right. So it's not really automated. And then dry food, there actually are like a ton of sexy devices that dispense dry food, and you can have it on an app or a schedule or all these different things. So the question is
a toothpaste, maybe like a peanut butter toothpaste, but with wet cat food.
Yes. So it's funny because I think you mentioned this earlier in the podcast, or maybe you didn't, but Juicero used to be we talked about juice earlier in the podcast.
Yeah.
And Juicero failed miserably. So like we shouldn't emulate Juicero at all, but basically.
Is that the one that was just like a juice packet
that just squeezed it? But the thing is like, that's basically what we need for wet food.
Oh, so you're saying there's some empty Juicero machines
that could be repurposed into. So, but here's the pitch, which is one, I'm a company and I've developed a, sexy machine that you put in your kitchen. That accepts large pouches. So instead of like cans that you got to open, single serve cans that are wasteful and they're challenging. And
maybe this is like a week's worth?
They're not convenient. Yeah, a week or however much I think is reasonable depending on your situation or what you could engineer. You create a device that essentially accepts like a pouch of wet food and then it squeezes it out, right? Like that's really, really, really all that is required to create a wet food dispenser. And the product just doesn't exist at all in any form now where you can dispense wet food. And I think that it's kind of the double play that we often criticize, which is one, it's the device, which is this machine that squeezes a pouch. But 2, you essentially like sell people into your pet food service where you're basically vending these pouches of wet food that it squeezes out into the bowl on a schedule. And it allows you to adjust for like how much your cat eats. Like I said, I had a problem where my cat just couldn't eat a whole can of food. And you can set it on a timer so you don't have to have somebody come feed your pet.
Would you put a little camera on there so you could like...
That would be nice. I could see how much is in the bowl, which would not be hard.
We talked about a lot. I mean, take that fridge camera.
Well, it's a
slap
similar
it right-
concept. But yeah, basically it could look right into the bowl and just tell you, or I mean, even like a
Some sort of-
weight sensor
weight
or
sensor.
something. This is a really good idea. I think that you're really to the point where my spouse was like, you can't take this. This is a really good idea because it really is just
This is our retirement.
it really is essentially Juicero, but for pet food.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So obviously the downsides are one, potentially this is. I think we talked about this before with one of these other ideas. Is like maybe there's a reason it doesn't exist, unforeseen reason.
Yes,
because it seems obvious.
No, the point of the podcast is that we talk about why doesn't it exist.
Why doesn't it exist? So 2 is because I think you're right. People are willing to spend, and yeah, I guess the kind of argument at this point I'm about to make is like maybe they wouldn't be willing to spend. I mean, because it's got to be what, $50 to $100 at least.
At least, I think way more than that, but yeah at least.
So it's like, okay, I have to drop $150 or $200.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you feed your cat or dog wet food now, then you understand this pain so hard.
Yeah.
Which is like everybody else gets an auto feeder. How come I don't have an auto feeder?
Yeah. I guess so of the people with dogs or with they're feeding animals with dry food, how many auto feeders are in your network that you know of?
I don't know anybody with an auto feeder. But I know that they clearly exist and they clearly sell.
Yeah,
because there's a market flooded with auto feeders for dry food.
Yeah. Because maybe it's a manufacturing thing where it's like to make an auto dry food feeder, it's one thing that rotates and it's cheap and you can whereas this like maybe that pressing.
No, it's definitely a bigger engineering challenge.
And so it's more expensive, so the cost per unit, so maybe they're like, well, maybe it's not worth it because we have to sell a million of these.
Just give me a chance to decide that then.
Sure.
Give me something in the market at $200 or $300.
Let it fail.
And let me decide.
Let the market be like.
But I know I would be the first in line. First in line, especially if you could prove to me that your cat food was good.
I wonder if you could kickstart this.
I don't see why not.
Because here's like a lot of Kickstarters are like, hey, we're making this like watch or this thing, whatever. It's like pretty broad. And then it's like, I hope somebody who's interested in this thing sees it. But this is like very specific. There are probably dozens of cat communities out there where like it'd be very easy to be like, I'm making this. I know I'm not the only one with this problem. Fund this for $500K or whatever.
Yes. Please.
I think it'd be a great Kickstarter.
I think the part that I have my teeth in is the revenue model. Of now I have to go to this company to buy these pouches of food.
So are you buying upper level fancy feast? Do you have your own proprietary like?
I mean, whatever you could get away with, right? I think if you get a partnership with a brand, they're like, okay, we'll sell you 10 tons of our food and you put it in your pouches and it dispenses. Great. If you want to come up with your own and just like,
can I put my own food in there?
No.
Okay, so
or maybe it goes like the Keurig way of like, so Keurig, you can buy cups from Keurig, or there's some like bootleg guys where you can load them with your own coffee. Maybe that would come, and that's to be determined, right?
You have a whole subreddit dedicated to
hacking
the auto.
I don't want it to be perceived as like, oh, it's like the Juicero, because the Juicero was a colossal failure of a product. But it's really.
But I think you're right. Like the reason the Juicero failed is because it was like, what is the point of this? Like I could squeeze this out, but but like
in this world, I'm not there to squeeze out the pouch.
Yeah, and it would be dumb to squeeze out a smoothie when you're not there. But in this case, it makes all the sense in the world where you're like not at home, but you know it's time to feed your cat, and you can just like tap a button, it's like zzz, and like some more comes out. You don't have to pay that next serve person to come to your house.
No, you don't even have to pay them. This idea actually kills next serve. I'm creating ideas to kill my previous ideas.
You're cannibalizing.
This is a good idea. If you feed your pet wet food, You're screaming at the podcast right now
I
about
wanna
how
know-
it's crazy that there's not an auto.
I need
feeder.
to hear from the thieves out there who have cats who feed them with wet food. If this is a pain point, if they would buy this.
They will. Why? How could it not be a pain point? How could it not be a pain point?
Well, maybe maybe their cat is a cat. It's like you open a can of food, it eats the whole thing. You're like, great.
Yeah, but then what if you got a town? Or what if you don't want to freaking...
Sure.
It's annoying to open the can and like you got to go really hard.
Some people, Andre, not everybody is as world traveled as you are.
I'm not saying that, but it's annoying to feed your cat. I want to be able to say, Alexa, tell Otto the name of the device to feed Toby.
How'd you land on Otto?
Otto as an auto feeder. And then I liked it being Otto, like OTTO.
Like it's that
So
kind
you
of
could
sounds
say-
like an animal's name.
Otto, feed Toby. Otto will feed the cat. Like it's kind of fun because it's a name.
Okay,
There
I
you
dig
go.
it. Good idea. I'm Romeo Butters. He just wired me some money. I'm gonna put in. I'll put in $600K
Okay, that's all I need.
to get this off the ground. Because there's a little risk. There's nothing out
I
there
think
right
if
now.
I sit with an engineering student, they could engineer a presser.
Although I would say start with a Kickstarter because I think you'd see
Yeah.
really quickly if there's enough demand for this. You're like perfect, and then you
Yes.
get the other 400K.
Yeah.
You're good to go. Great idea.
Okay.
All right, to round out the segment here, I think we'll have plenty of time. Or we talked about this kind of third segment here.
Yeah.
So I'm in San Antonio, and I hope that the guy who I'm stealing this from eventually stumbles upon our podcast and listens to this episode.
Okay.
So I'm telling him about my podcast, and he's saying like, "Oh, I had this great idea."
Yes. This is the dream. When
Yes.
we talk about the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, "Oh, that's an interesting idea," and I'm like, "Oh, we kind of had an idea that somebody pitched that like Andre didn't like, but the way that you're phrasing this, maybe there was a step that I didn't consider." So here's the idea. It's a restaurant. Okay. The idea behind the restaurant is right now, if you were going to Uber Eats something, you have, now, hear me out.
Going back to dinnervation.
Yes, going back to dinnervation. I don't think this is dinnervation. This is different. Right now, if you're going to Uber Eats something, it's like, okay, I have 50% of the restaurants near me Uber Eats, right?
Yeah.
What this is a restaurant that has no storefront. It's just 3 kitchens, and all they do is deliver food. And so there's a few ways you could do it. You could say, all right, what does Uber Eats not do? Sushi, Thai food, this, that, right? And I do kind of all the stuff that you couldn't get delivered to you, but now we got tiki masala, and we got pad thai, and we got whatever. And it's you have 10 items that are like,
Yeah.
right? Or you just have like, it's a regular restaurant, could be anything. And like, they're just focused on delivery. So now you're cutting the costs of servers and all the restaurant space. Like you could do it. It's just a kitchen. You could do it out of a warehouse.
Yeah.
And then either you put it somewhere urban, where that's most people who are using Uber Eats are people in downtown areas like yourself.
Yeah.
Or you put it somewhere suburban that's farther from restaurants because they are the ones who actually want food delivered because it's far for them to go to a restaurant. They're stuck with fast food.
Right.
I think it's.
I think.
So I want to call this.
I
want to call this.
that he's phrasing a similar idea in a way better way.
Yeah, like when I was like, oh, this when it's phrased that way, that sounds better. I think the original one was like taking other people's people's recipes and recooking them and sending them out. But like, I don't think we talked exclusively about not having a storefront and that being kind of a key thing.
Yeah.
Because really, it's like you take what like a Domino's is. Like Domino's, for the most part, or Papa John's,
It's just a kitchen.
it's just a kitchen.
Yeah.
And so they're just sending out drivers, but they just sell the one thing and like maybe or a couple of things, but really you're just getting pizza.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of like, man, it's really hard to get a good thing of
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai, especially if I happen to be just far away from a Thai
Yeah.
place. So this place comes in, they got Pad Thai, they have like 4 things, and like I can always
That are changing.
yeah, they could be changing, or maybe they're the
I
same.
think that they are changing. In my professional consultant opinion.
So this is the workshop. This idea. That's the name of this segment. So I think it's 80% there.
yeah.
So you're thinking a rotating menu that keeps it fresh.
So we always talk about crumble on this
Yeah,
podcast. And it's hard to avoid.
It's hard to avoid. It's such a good model.
Yeah, I mean, basically, there are 2 staples of the Still This Ideas podcast. There's Crumble clones and toilet paper. And those are the two things that we
And bathroom
yes,
solutions.
the bell that we constantly rang. But so here's the thing. What if there was a new segment of restaurant that was this category? It basically only exists. There's no hostess or waitress or storefront or even a way to go in and buy the food, right? It's only through DoorDash, Uber Eats, these delivery services.
Or their
it's a
own
whole new category.
Or their own delivery.
Whatever the case is, right? But they only deliver. And it's this category of restaurant that only operates in that space. And they're not concerned with like being known for having the best pad thai or the best anything.
It's good enough.
They're concerned with experimenting, right? Like trying new things, trying new recipes and new ideas. And because of that, like you check and there's always something kind of interesting. I don't think the idea works if it's like, oh, this week at Dinnervation or whatever we're calling it in this world, there's a new Caesar salad. It's like, okay, that's so boring. But what is interesting is now, we go to these new age like recipe sites like Tasty and all these other things that have like recipes that are interesting and like intriguing, and they combine flavors that maybe you didn't expect. And I think what would be interesting is if it just was like very experimental, did a lot of different things, did them well. Like you always knew, okay, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But it's going to be something different. And then they go back to some
And then maybe you
favorites.
have, so what the way Crumble does also is they always do chocolate chip, they always do sugar, and
Right.
for experimental. So maybe you say, all right, we always have a pizza, we always have a burger or something.
Yeah. Something that makes you check every time, that you're always like, you're
And
always
if,
there.
and if you're just like, you know what, I just want the burger, like I like their burger,
Yeah.
or I like their thing, you can always just defer to that. And you do spend some time making that good. But yeah, I think you're right. It's a shrimp, lemon glazed something, and then a Jamaican jerk,
Totally.
whatever.
Yeah, something,
almost like
I'm not saying it's like a crazy, because it obviously has to fit a certain price point. I'm not saying experimental, like high end foodie experimental.
No, but even like
maybe
fresh,
like fried chicken with honey on top or something, stuff like that. That's just kinda different.
look no further than HelloFresh and all these companies. Like every month, it's like, hey, here's 10 things to choose from.
Yeah.
They're mostly variations of chicken, and
Yep.
with a vegetable side that's like done. Maybe it's got Parmesan, and it's got panko breadcrumbs, or it says orzo instead of whatever.
I think what's worth considering is one thing about Crumble is there's two staples and then a bunch of experiments, right? But we always trust Crumble to do something good, right? I think that this fits a similar category where it's like they have two staples, but you trust them, right? You have to, and that's the thing is, in contrast to like you're a Thai restaurant, you become known for being a good Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
They have to be trusted to do something good, right? Even if it's not
That's true.
what you're going to order again. It's like, okay, this wasn't my favorite, but it was good.
Yeah, and I wonder even if you leaned it a little more into portions as well, if you're like whatever they're staple to was not just like good, because that's subjective to some degree, but also like a lot of food. You're like, oh, I'm going to get this because it's a big, huge burger, a big, huge salad, or whatever it is.
That might be the way to go. Is the sides are always the same.
Sure.
And your entrees just kind of rotate or vary.
Yeah.
But you always know, like, okay, 50% of the meal is going to be fairly good.
Yeah. Maybe you do a burger and a salad, something that like anybody could eat. Like, I can always get the chicken salad there. I can always get a burger there.
Yeah.
And then I look no further than HelloFresh and Blue Apron, where it's like, that's all they do is come up with 30 new things every month. And like you could literally steal.
Well, and like Crumble, you go back to the things that people loved.
Yeah, it's
right?
like,
There's that scarcity. It's
the
not all
mango,
time.
the mango curry, it's back, baby. The spicy mango curry or whatever. Like,
the idea of it was awesome, but just like to think that there would be something on DoorDash that would be different all the time.
yeah,
Because even like, so right now, if I get on, so we're in a relatively established area, like DoorDash hasn't changed in a year. It's all the same stuff.
it's like, hey, I got my Chipotle. I
Yeah,
got my
it's
this.
the same couple options. But what would be interesting is if there was something that always had something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right? That you could hit for your Friday lunch.
It's like, hey, check, Dinnervation.
Check Dinnervation. See what's happening
It's like,
there.
oh, they're doing this looks interesting. This is
do you wanna try their-
coconut shrimp tacos. I can do that.
Yeah.
Great.
And it's different. And it's like, oh, wow, this is something that I didn't just.
Yeah.
It's not Chipotle for the 100th time.
We've solved it.
a much better idea on the second play.
Yeah.
Like the first, which is like that they just make other restaurant stuff, not as good as a restaurant with a constantly rotating.
I also talked to Matt, and one really fundamental detail he didn't really bring up.
Oh, right. There's something to that, right?
Was he talked about in I think it was Japan, a common thing is like little bite-sized, almost like a sampler tray, and you get little bits and pieces of all these different meals.
Yeah.
And I think in his mind it was a little bit more like that, of like, hey, you can order like a little bit of chicken parm, a little bit of the steak, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and like get like the whole sampler. And like, how satisfying would that be? That's a different idea as well.
Yeah.
Not thrilled about that one either.
No, I think I'm most sold on the San Antonio guy's idea.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm the hottest.
And he did say this, he's from Canada. So he's like, this definitely doesn't exist in Canada. He's like, I think they're doing this. Something like this exists. But I don't think they're doing the crumble model way. I think it's just a delivery only restaurant.
Oh. I mean, really, those already exist. They're called pizza places.
Right,
Like,
but outside of pizza,
yeah,
like a regular restaurant,
Yeah.
like there's not too many of those.
No.
So our restaurant entrepreneurs out there, thieves,
We got a bunch of ideas.
we've got
for
a
you this
bunch
week.
of ideas.
Like,
for
if
you.
you're not running with any of them, then
Well, let's wrap it up, Andre. A couple new things to add to the sign off here.
oh yeah.
You want to run through those?
Well, first of all, email us with your thoughts on this episode. idea@gostealthisidea.com. Find us on social media at @gostealthisidea on Twitter and Instagram, and we have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page.
Tell us about the Facebook page.
So it's not a lot there, but it's kind of the staple.
We're growing it.
We're growing it. I would love it if you give it a like on Facebook, so we can kind of broaden our audience, so that we can start, maybe running a couple ads, so that people in network can see our great episodes.
Yes, and another new thing, Scott.
Patreon. So we finally got
Hit
the Patreon
us up.
Hit us up on Patreon.
I need somebody to fund my Bippy, my new toilet paper.
I will say this: if anybody does fund our Patreon, like 99,
Yes.
if not 100% of that is going to be going towards product testing.
Buying the Apollo Neuro band.
Yeah, buying this weird stuff that I mean, I would love to try this Apollo band, but it's like hard to justify. But if all of our listeners chipped in $1 a month,
We could buy so many things.
that's not very much. A buck?
A buck is so insignificant to you.
That's like at the grocery store, like, hey, do you want to round up to donate to this cause? Like, we do it all
Make
the time.
that the Still His Idea podcast.
Yeah, and you're supporting creators, that's a fulfilling
Yes,
thing. That's why Patreon
exactly.
exists. Still working on the full website, but the website
But show notes have improved dramatically.
show notes are a thing now.
Yes.
So and
There's stuff down there
there's stuff down there in the description. Shout out to Jacob Graff for
pushing us.
yelling at us really to get it across the finish line, as well as all the slide decks are in those show notes as well. So you can see kind of a folder of all our slide decks. If you want to take them straight to Shark Tank, we encourage that. That's going to do it for us, Andre. We have a guest coming on next week, and then I got one already in the tank for the next episode. It's going to be a good one.
And you spent one this episode. So.
And I spent one this episode.
Oh, well.
But thieves, we appreciate it. We love you. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.